On the 5th of August, exactly 6 months today, the BJP-led Indian government decided to strip the state of Jammu and Kashmir of autonomy after 7 decades and characterising it as a correction of historical blunder. This act is illegal, and the international community's silence on this matter is worrying. In South Asia, the long-drawn dispute between the state of Jammu and Kashmir remains a hanging fireball between two hostile nuclear neighbours, India and Pakistan. It has been bringing human misery in the form of wars on the issue and continues to threaten regional and global peace. Madam Deputy Speaker, my role is not to take sides such that as I'm pro-Pakistan or I'm anti-India. I believe, as a Kashmiri, it is my duty to highlight the abuses and human rights violations to this House. Even after 7 decades, people of the former princely state of Jammu and Kashmir are waiting for their right of self-determination, even though promised by United Nations. Notwithstanding over 25 United Nations resolutions calling for the solution of the dispute, India remains reluctant to grant the Kashmiris their right of self-determination. The Scottish people, Madam Deputy Speaker, were rightly afforded a referendum to express their desire for independence. The UK itself had a referendum on remaining or leaving the EU. 7 decades later, the people of Kashmir are still waiting. This is not, in my view, a bilateral issue between India and Pakistan. The international community needs to take responsibility. Over 40% of my constituents come from the region of Kashmir, and it is an important issue for them to see the matter resolved. The matter resolved can only happen if international community, through the United Nations, seek a peaceful and lasting resolution. By abrogation, the special status of Indian administered Jammu and Kashmir on the 5th of August last year has been violated. India government has audaciously defied the basic norms and principles underpinning the concepts of democracy and human freedom. India has deprived Kashmiris of expressing themselves in a peaceful manner. Even elderly women who marked a silent protest in Srinagar, the capital of Indian-administered Kashmir, were not spared and they have been detained. Indian Army and paramilitary forces operating in the Indian-held Kashmir have deliberately and methodically violated the fundamental human rights and international norms on human rights law, to which Indian government is responsible despite being a signatory to these laws. I therefore, Madam Deputy Speaker, demand an end to all elements of siege in Kashmir Valley and the full restoration of telephony and internet, restoration of democratic rights and basic human rights for the besieged Kashmiris, and to allow them, as well as foreign media, to travel and report unhindered, committing to providing a safe environment to human rights defenders and organisations to conduct their work without fear. We have an international obligation to support peace and equality and just treatment for all humans. A quote, Madam Speaker, Deputy Speaker, from Martin Luther King, who said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere."